Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy StumpD back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're talking about the Challenge Intrusion versus Momo for the treasure map, and have 3 different teams for you guys to take down this particular piece of content. Now, this content is the Intrusion battle for the treasure map, and I know a lot of people are struggling with this. It's probably the worst intrusion we've ever had, so I've put together 3 teams with different variations for you guys, if you guys have done some summons on the anniversary, so let's dive in. Alright, so the first team utilizes Oden Toki and Luffy Yamato. So if you summoned on part 1, but got incredibly unlucky on part 2, or you just said, screw it, I'm summoning all in on part 1, this team should work for you. Now, if you don't have Oden and Toki, then you can easily replace them with the free-to-play Brook, so that way you can get around resilience. Or if you don't have the support of Denjiro, you could... then you're going to have to replace the unit with Brook anyway. Apologies about that. On the second stage, you come up against Kaido, who has damaged Null, and the only character that can remove that is the free-to-play Sanji. So, if you have your own Sanji, you literally can't bring Sanji, which kind of sucks, but you can just stall here. If you stall 1 turn, Kaido will give you slot bind on your middle row and damage reduction, which is very, easily bypassable. You could easily just stall out that damage reduction, or you can bring the rare recruit Robin from the Yamato Luffy batch to actually get around that. So for us, we're using Sanji there, and then we're using Robin on this particular turn, so that way we can actually set the defense to 0. Now, Momo has 6 turns of threshold, 6 turns of defense up, and has 2 turns of resilience. So this stage was pretty much built for Queen, and the turn before that was used so Queen could use his captain action. So that's what they want you to do here, but obviously if you don't have Queen, you are going to have to resort to some other sort of situations. Robin sets defense to 0, Sanji gets his chain boundary. Bardo Cavendish removed the thresholds, so does Brook, and Brook can remove the resilience, but for this team we're using the support of Denjiro on our Oden and Toki, just so that way we can actually gain a lot more points for our particular team. On the final stage against Kaido, he is going to give us 2 turns of special reverse on our sailors, and then he's going to put up 7 turns of damage reduction. He also gives us a full bottle block orbs, so this is where the special of Luffy and Yamato, as well as the Sanji special, is going to help out super drastically. We have the Super Swap for Color Affinity, and we have their Dual Form special ability for the 3.25 orbs. Sanji gives Chain Boundary. We're going to use his Super Class on the Revive, because yes, Kaido has a Revive, and he also has a barrier for 4 Recovery Orbs. Super annoying stuff. 4 Recovery Orb barrier. Very, very annoying. We hate to see it, but look, it's there. Unfortunately, it is, but it is, it's just something we have to deal with. When Kaido does revive, he gives you a 3-tap limit, and he binds your ship for 5 turns. This is where we're going to use the superclass of Sanji, and that way we can use the rush. So that way we can basically take down Kaido nice and easily with our rush ability. Now, the rush ability does not get affected by the tap limit, as you can see there. So utilizing the rush is going to be the best way to take out Kaido for that particular revive. That's the first team. If you have Oden Toki, if you have Luffy Yamato, that team will basically work for you. Alright, so moving on to the next team now, I want to give a huge shout out to my homie Porky in my alliance. This is the team that he's actually rocking. He has both Jinbe and Chopper with the Luffy Yamato badge, but unfortunately he just got unlucky with the legend. So here we are rocking a very good point boosted team. If you have this particular team, you will need to stall 1 turn on Kaido on stage 2 to get around the damage null. But unless you're bringing Sanji, there's no way to get around that. Plus, that free-to-play Sanji doesn't give a lot of points. So, that is the sacrifice you make. But, again, shout out to Porky. This particular team gets around the defense hub with supports and manages to just stall 1 turn on this Kaido stage. When you stall 1 turn on the Kaido stage, he's going to put up 3 turns of damage reduction. And then he slot binds your middle row while also giving him himself a 20-hit barrier. So, pretty annoying stuff, but it's very doable to just pass the turn here. And we're going to use Robin to remove that damage reduction. She gives you attack boost, and then you can use the support of Mr. 1 to remove some of that paralysis. Paralysis, give yourself a chain buff. Or you can use stuff like the Raizo, Treasure Map, Rare Recruit Raizo support. Give yourself a bit of color affinity here. That could also work. But as you guys will see, with the switchability of Oden Toki, giving them a bit more damage. And Sanji just hitting with type advantage plus boosted stats. You're going to have no issues killing here. When Kaido dies, he gives you paralysis and slot bind on your captain. Then moving into the Momo stage, we need to deal with 6 turns of defense up and threshold. To deal with the defense up, we have the Brook support, Hyodogoro support, and Ace support, which works out quite nicely. And then we can use the Luffy Yamato special here to activate the Ace to to give also the burn. So we're going to not only remove the defense up, but we're also going to apply a burn mechanic, which is super, super nice. Jinbe is going to extend the orb buff of Luffy Yamato as well. So you get a 3-turn orb boost, a 3-turn attack boost, and you remove the threshold. So really, really clever team building from the homie. Hopefully it helps a lot of people out here, because this team is going to give you a lot of points if you are missing something like Sanji and Queen. But you did manage to pick up Chopper and Jinbe. I do think you could probably find a way to put Sanji on this team over Odin and Toki. But if you do that, you are going to probably have to find a way to remove the defense up. Or you could probably try and squeeze him on the team over Robin, and then just use the Sanji special on the Kaido stage and just hopefully kill there. Like, that could be another option for you guys as well. On the Kaido stage, you're going to have to deal with the recovery barrier, which is dealt with Sanji, which is great. You have the carryover, the attack, the orbs, you have the base stats from... I don't know where you get the base stats from. Where do we get base stats from? Who knows? Who cares? On the revive, though, just use the Sanji rush ability, and you should be hunky-dory. I do like to save the chain boost as well for the revive. It's going to help you out pretty drastically. And as you can see, even with me stuffing up my tabs, incredibly so, we managed to get the dub. Alright, so finally we got my team, the full point boosted team. I wanted to show how this team operates, as there is a little bit of confusion with Queen as captain, and then using a friend captain Sanji. Like, your full team's not getting boosted, so I do understand a lot of people are getting a little bit confused there. I did put out another team in my buildable teams video. If you go to the end of that video, you'll see the run with the team that I showcased in that video. So there is another team there if you guys are still struggling, but hopefully one of these 3 teams, well, this is the full point boosted team and how it operates, but hopefully the first 2 teams help you out if you guys did some summons and have some bits and pieces. That's the point of this video. I've done the buildable teams, I showed my teams, but I know a lot of people are struggling with how this operates. So as you can see, Queen with his captain action just single taps Kaido on stage 2. So getting through that damage null is super easy. I don't imagine that will scale. I think that will just stay the same. But on stage 2, the Queen special just takes care of Momo. Now, with Momo, hopefully he doesn't scale as either, but he possibly could in Treasure Map. Now, as you can see, Queen just single taps there. Like, with boosted stats in Treasure Map, he's going to just do absolute bits, and Momo's not going to stand a chance. But, look, we're not sure how the scaling is going to work. The final stage will definitely scale, this time here against Kaido, but that one against Momo hopefully won't. Mystems will give Luffy Yamato their cooldowns. You want to switch with Luffy Yamato first and then use their special, because remember, you are going to need the 4 recovery orbs. So use the Sanji special after that, and then you want to switch your Sanji into the captain of Queen. If you don't have your own Sanji on the team, but you have Queen, I would just recommend bringing Queen on the team rather than bringing Queen as a captain, because the hybrid meta of Queen and Sanji probably won't get you far. Now, I did blunder this run, but I actually just wanted to showcase the power of Rush, and I just let it rock anyway. You do want to save Chopper for the revive, so that way you can actually get through the bind that gets inflicted on the revive. And ideally, on the first turn, you don't want to activate the Rush ability. You want to save the Rush ability for the revive, so just be mindful of that. But as you guys will see here, with the absolute power of the Rush, we can actually take out Kaido with literally one captain. So, super powerful ability, super powerful runs. Hopefully these teams help you guys out. If they do, make sure to go down there, below the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's